G'day, it's Rick Nuske, and know it or not, like it or not, nothing sells better than webinars, using live videos to sell products and services. It has a way of connecting people, creating trust, giving you the platform to talk about the solutions that you're solving, gives you the opportunity to add value, and the list goes on and on and on. Now, in this video, I'm going to be talking about the software that we use in My Future Business to deliver live training sessions and webinars and the likes. And I'm hopeful that this really helps you appreciate and give you just that little bit of confidence to know that there's good software out there that you can use to deliver your message and get more conversions. Because at the end of the day, if you're in business and you're in it for the same reasons that many are, then you'll need a platform like this. So let me just switch over and show you exactly what we're using, and hopefully you take some value away from it. All right, here you can see the landing page of Webinar Jam. This is Andy Jenkins, and this is the software that we use. And there's been some pretty major changes with this recently, and I think they're important changes. In the past, they used Google Hangouts to run this software. Now they've changed this whole system to a better system that does not use that anymore, which is a key thing right now, and a key reason why I decided to do this review video after they introduced this new change. Because prior to that, we had some issues, and I'm sure many others had some issues, and at the end of the day, when you're relying on third parties, webinar software may have some issues. So Webinar Jam is amazing, and I'm going to just step you through some of the back office, but then afterwards I'm going to allow the video that you can see on your screen to play, or play a little bit of it, and if you want more information after that, then you can click on the links below this video or inside the video window for more information. Now, if we move over to the Webinar Jam back office, this is what you'll see as a paid member. They have two parts to this. There's the Webinar Jam Studio, and then there's the Ever Webinar. Now, the Ever Webinar is more about evergreen webinars. They're like pre-recorded webinars, and it's another product. So in this case, we're using the Webinar Jam Studio. It's simply a toggle switch if you want to move to one to the other if you have this account. There is a lot of training going on here. There's certainly no way that you will there's no way that you go unknowing in terms of what you have to do to set up a webinar. The process is step by step. It's quite clear. And in actual fact, when I say Ever Webinars about evergreen webinars, we use the same software, Webinar Jam Studio, to run what, like a pseudo evergreen webinar, in as much as we can schedule out 30 days, I believe at last count, could be more, on our website. So anybody who wants to register, they can. It has a single sign-up function. It has APIs. It gives you the ability to track. And as you can see here, down below, there's so much going on that you could learn about training and resources, running the webinar, making it great. We've got obviously the analytics component, which takes you through all that detail. So it takes you through 10 steps. So it's setting up your presenters. I'm not going to spend too much time actually going through this. I just want you to get a taste for what this is and what it looks like in the background and what you can do with it. Now, at the time of this recording, I know that there's a lifetime, meaning that's a one-time payment, and you get lifetime access to the Webinar Jam Studio. Now, we did this prior to the changes being made, and it's just saved us hundreds and hundreds of dollars to use this as opposed to something like GoToWebinar, which is something like $97 US a month, and that's just ridiculous if you're either just starting out or you don't really want to have an ongoing payment come out for this type of thing. So if this is something that's of interest to you, definitely click the link below this video or inside this video window to take advantage of that. First thing you do is you look at the configuration when you want to schedule it, and then the webinar providers, the basic configuration. Step 2 is adding presenters, so you can have a number of different presenters inside of your webinar, which is great. You can do free and paid registrations, so you can set up a registration form, link it to your autoresponders, which is very powerful if you want to get people in and start email marketing to them later on. Notification email, so leading up to the webinar, we'll send out a series of emails saying, hey, look, thanks for registering for the webinar. It's going to be starting in a couple of days. Then, you know, 2 days out, 1 day out, 6 hours out, 3 hours out, 2 hours out. It sends email notification reminders so that it really drives up the attendance numbers, which is great. This is the email integration component that I talked to you about earlier. On your thank you page, you know, what I do on the thank you page is actually put in a survey. You can add a survey in there, and that really is a great way to get the conversation going about what the pain points are that your audience is suffering. And you need to use whatever real estate, digital real estate in this case, to communicate with your target audience. Ask them questions, get them involved, and, you know, draw out what their pain points are, because at the end of the day, they are there for themselves. They are there to get a problem solved. If you can solve that, you're well on your way to having a successful business. Now, this is the live component here. There is also a replay component, which is very powerful. This allows you to provide the replay up to a period of time. And then you can sort of say in your sales script, look, this goes away after a certain amount of time, don't miss out. Or you can extend that replay period. And then you can monetize it. You make offers inside of your webinars, which is really the name of the game for some people. Some people don't actually use this to make sales. They do webinars to provide value and training for existing audiences, or not even existing audience, just for a new crowd of people that are coming through. So that's great too. You can use it for whatever you wish to use it for. Just know that video is the most powerful media that we have available to us nowadays. Then finally, when you press 10, in step 10, you finish it. It confirms that it's ready to set up. And, you know, it's away you go. There are so many templates in here, beautiful templates, high definition graphic templates with single opt-in. I believe you can set up so that it sends out reminder notices, confirmation notices to SMS, mobile phone SMS. I know that requires another account on top of that with another business, but at the end of the day, if you're a professional and you want this feature, it's there. So I've never had a problem with Webinar Jam. I've never had a problem with the support. Further to that, there is a, if I can find it here, there is a community. So if you want to go to webinarjam.com/blog, they will help you understand everything about the software. It's just amazing the amount of information that's available there for you. Don't get bogged down though. Get a webinar set up as quickly as possible. Test it, try it out. You can't break it. And the only way to get past your fear of running a webinar is to actually do one. And if you have any questions or you'd like to leave me a comment, I'll be more than happy to help you out and try and answer that for you. So if you love webinars, definitely get on to Webinar Jam, and I will speak to you again soon.